On. There she is. You're muted.
Hi, happy 11/11.
There you go.
Man, the group is just booming. I keep getting testimonials in my inbox right now. It makes me really happy, like I'm doing something right, like just as the connector. It's like this was never even a goal. It just happened. It was just one morning, I got the idea and then I took action on it right away. And it played out great. Like not only have I had the opportunity to meet so many amazing people with open mind, with purpose, and like driven by passion or driven to find passion and purpose, but people, they are getting to meet each other too in a safe spot. Yeah, something that I didn't have the opportunity to have when I was going through this process in the beginning, which is why I created it, which is why the idea came. And it just goes to show how important action is in general. We really do have opportunities come to us all the time, and not everybody takes them. You know, it's like those moments when we see something play out for somebody and we're like, oh man, I thought about inventing that forever ago. Hey man, don't you remember when we were talking about that? And then this other person who actually took action on the idea did it. It's like all of the opportunities are out there for all of us all the time. It's just taking action. So I'm curious, you know, where are some areas in your life that you want to take more action? What are some ideas that have come to you before? Sometimes when maybe you seen somebody else take action when you know that could have been you. And use that to fuel you, to drive you, to take more action in your life. Think, when were some times in your life that you didn't take action? And what did it cost you to not act? What did it cost you to not be curious and ask the questions that can maybe destroy the fears or build on the belief that this is an opportunity coming to you at the right time for the right reason? Because you've done the work to be in alignment to the synchronicities available to all of us. You know, I didn't really know what I was going to talk about on this call today. All I knew was I was going out for a walk and a coffee, and I just started looking at messages and it filled me up. And the truth is, I get kind of busy and I don't always give the time that it takes. And I realize that I have more to be grateful for than I am, and that there's some areas in my life where I could be taking more action and just have made it less of a priority. And I'm not sure why, because the truth is, it fuels me to communicate with you guys, to text, to connect, to reconnect. You know, this is why follow-up was always such an important tool for me, just catching up and knowing how everybody's doing. At least once a season, just say, hey, you know, because you guys do fuel me. You give me the drive, you give me the motivation, you have helped me succeed in my own life and business in so many ways. Always learning, always growing, and it really fills me up to know that we're all doing it together, that this is a real that it's real. You know, it's not just a dream. It's that moment when dreams become reality. You know, I used to just want somebody I could talk to about psychedelics. Sorry, the wind is like literally going up my nose. I wanted to talk to people about sobriety. I wanted to connect with people who were getting sober, who were not all messed up on medications. You know, they wanted to take their health back, their power back, take their life back, exit the matrix. You know, I wanted so badly to be surrounded by more people. And in my regular life, I didn't have that. In my regular life, I was still bringing things to completion, relationships, traumas, like open wounds that just never had an opportunity to heal because I didn't stay still long enough. And you know, the more I did the work, the more that I actually put myself out there to say hi to people, to start learning about relationships. The more everything just kind of naturally fell into place. Such a beautiful day, listening to the birds and the happy kids. It's nice to hear kids outside. All right. Thanks for sitting with me. I plan these calls out a little bit, but I still like those times where I just fly and get to share my day, my mind, my thoughts. I think it's one of the most beautiful parts about it, about this opportunity. All I have to do is just show up. And I encourage you guys, if you're in business, I know a lot of you are even in the spiritual biz course. This is the kind of thing you got to do. This is why I have the friend a day challenge in those course modules, is just go to the places. I used to meet up in person in events for a long time, go to networking events. There's this one I love particularly called Selling on the Spot Marketplace, because I knew nothing about sales. I knew how to be a coach because I invested money and time into learning those skills, but I did not know sales or marketing. So I started off just helping entrepreneurs, bartering with them. I'll get you healthy, you get me wealthy type of thing, you know, because I wanted to legacy build so bad. And I would hang out a lot with older people my whole life. And it came naturally, again, as a mom, to want to hang out with older people who had kids that were in college or grown kids that were entrepreneurs, you know, but they weren't always doing it right because they put the money ahead of their own self-care. And so I got to learn those lessons too. And I got to help them. Now they have it all, and, you know, I'm creating it all for myself too. And it just starts by just meeting people. You know, I didn't have much in common with any of them until I looked for the opportunities. Like, oh, it's a mom. There is somewhere to connect, heart to heart. You know, and you'll find parents in any industry. That's just how it played out for me. So I guess at the end of the day, just saying thank you, guys. I'm gonna walk home. You're welcome to join me for that. We're doing a yard sale, a spring cleaning. It's nice to get away, but it's nice to go back too. I always feel like that when I'm traveling. It's like the break in between is the integration time. Or it's, sorry, the break in between is the experience. And then being home, having a home, that home base, that's where the integration happens. You get to master those things you went away with. You know, the things that you were working on. Once you take a break, it's like when you're learning in school, right? Once you take a break and you go back to it, your brain retains a lot more. And you realize, oh, you became a natural all of a sudden in some other ways. So I get to do that. You know, once I go out on an adventure, that's my break away from the daily life, the grind. And then when I am home, I get to actually integrate the experience of whatever the adventure was, while also picking up on my routine, figuring out where I've mastered, figuring out where I still need to work on to do everything. And I know that there are some areas where I need to take some more action. I am doing spring follow-up with everybody and it feels good. I really think that there's another way I can do this or take action in another way. And I'm sure it'll come to me when it's meant to. Hopefully it comes after I bring this to completion. All right, I'm back. I'm gonna say goodbye for now. Love you guys. Have a great day.